Manager, Cisco Unified Communications Manager, to our latest version, which is 7.12a. My name is Brandon Todd, and I'm a Technology Solution Architect working for the Center of Excellence. I work out of the Herndon, Virginia office. I've been with Cisco for 13 years, and the last 9 years I've focused primarily on convergence, what's now called unified communications. I have several CCIEs, and I have managed accounts that span from 1,000 phones upwards to 100,000 IP phones. And I also help customers migrate from the Windows version of Power Manager to the appliance model, 5.1, 6.1, and 7.0. Before we start, how many people here have customers that's, or you're on, still on version 4 or Windows version? Okay, 5, 6, 7. It's gotten a lot better. This is actually our 3rd year of doing this, and I want to first thank you, a lot of you, for providing feedback in terms of interest so that we had this session. Secondarily, share your experience that you had during the migration. We incorporate some of those feedback, some of those experience into this slide. So essentially, this is considered our content as well as yours. The first thing I would like to do, though, is want to make sure we're baseline on the naming convention of the product. The previous name of the product is called Cisco Power Manager. From version 4.3 and lower, that's 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3, it's called Power Manager. And starting with 5.0, the former name of the product is called Cisco Unified Communications Manager. Now, you're also going to see the name, different name reference in documentation or design guide. UC Manager and Unified CM. Throughout the course of this presentation, we're going to reference a lot of acronyms. I do want to highlight the last thing that we have down here. It's TAP. TAP is a tool that was used for provisioning phones, and it's been renamed in some documentation. It's a long name. Everything starts with Cisco Unified Communication Manager Auto Register Phone Tool. Right? That's just one change that I saw in 7.0. Here's what we have as an agenda. First, we'll go over the session objective and scope, what we'll talk about in terms of upgrade, and what upgrade we're going to talk about. Secondly, we'll talk about the definition of upgrade. Who's here involved with planning out the migration? Just, right? Doing the implementation as a partner, writing out the scope of the work. A lot of us. So it's really important for us to understand how much work is involved with the migration. So in this case, we're going to define a major upgrade is something that you have to plan a lot for it, and you have to do a lot of work to do this migration. Then we'll also look at the upgrade path in terms of, if you're on this version, is it a direct one-step upgrade to 7.1, or is it a 2-3-step upgrade? Third, we'll look at licensing from the perspective of a brand new installation or an upgrade. What license or licenses that you would need to get your system up and running in the 7.1 environment. We start looking at migration from a server perspective. What are your options? Expand that to a cluster level. Then what we'll do is, instead of looking at just Cisco Unified Communication Manager alone, we'll look at the upgrade at a system level approach. What are your strategy for migrating the whole system to the next or the latest release? Then we'll look at the installation of the software. How is the software being installed on the server, on the appliance? What are some of the best options you should choose when you do the installation? Follow on to that, we'll take all those things that we cover, apply that to an appliance-to-appliance upgrade. It's 5, 6 to 7.1 upgrade. And lastly, we'll talk about the upgrade from Windows to the appliance, 4 to 7.